Chris Boswell, the mayor of the city of Harlingen. Thanks for taking a few minutes to visit with me about where we are in the fight against COVID-19 and reopening businesses in our state. So that's what we want to talk to you a little bit about today. But first, in terms of where we are, Governor Abbott reported on Monday, this past April 27th, that Texas had seen COVID-19 positives on the decline for the past 17 days. This chart represents that decline, where you can see that the percentage increases are actually going down in the state of Texas. The percentage decreases for COVID positive 19 cases in Cameron County has also been on a downward trajectory for about 17 days. Those are as a percent of increases. Again, Cameron County is on a downward trajectory. Also, some good news for Harlingen. We have the same downward trajectory of percentage of cases continues to go down. And that's because of you, because everything that our community is doing to try to promote this downward trajectory. We're not out of the woods. We need to continue to wash our hands, stay at home if we're sick, cover our faces when we cough. When you use a mask, we continue to recommend, highly recommend that you use a mask when you go out to protect the people that are around you. And so continue to stay at home if you can. And those are the kinds of things that are contributing to what we're seeing in these downward trajectories. So we need to keep on minimizing contact. The governor announced also on Monday, April 27th, a plan to reopen businesses in the state of Texas beginning Friday, May the 1st. Because we have seen this downward trend for more than 14 days, the governor has issued new orders lessening some restrictions which allow businesses to reopen. Those include malls, retail stores, movies, restaurants, museums and libraries, all of those with occupancies limited to just 25% of the capacity. So that promotes the physical distancing, and it eases us into reopening our businesses just a step at a time. Still closed are bars, nail salons, hair salons, barbershops, and gyms. Hospitals are required to maintain 15% of their beds available for COVID-19 patients. Churches can invite congregations back into their meeting places as long as they maintain social distancing within family units. So you still have to, you can sit with your family, but you need to sit 6 feet away from the next family, and so on. You need to sanitize everything in the church. You need to sanitize the handrails. You need to sanitize the benches, all of the surfaces. And you need to continue to wash your hands, and if possible, wear that mask while you're in church. Sole proprietors can return to work. Our golf courses, our tennis courts are open, and you can do sports outside as long as there's no more than 4 people participating in that sport. So if we continue this downward trend, more restrictions will be loosened, and we may be able to allow 50% occupancy in our restaurants, retail, malls, and other businesses by mid-May. So this is very similar to the White House task force guidelines that we described for you last week, and are very much in step the state of Texas with what the White House is recommending. In Harlingen, we've got RGV Food Bank coming in to our community and distributing food now twice a week. They distributed it on Wednesday, and there's going to be another distribution at our soccer complex on Friday, May the 1st, in the morning until about 11 a.m. There's also food distribution at Way of the Cross Ministries at the very north end of F Street, near the intersection of F Street and Jackson Street. They distribute Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays between 9 and 3. We want to thank all the volunteers and all of the supporters of those food banks for helping the most vulnerable in our community to access food and to make sure that nobody goes hungry during this difficult time. Hopefully, as we reopen businesses, there will be less need for this kind of distribution, but we're going to continue to do it as long as we need to help the community. Testing is important to understand where we are in the fight against COVID-19, and Harlingen is going to and has worked to make more testing available, even though it's very limited. UTRGV, in partnership with the Veterans Administration, opened a site at the UTRGV School of Medicine campus on Treasure Hills Boulevard this week, and there were tests performed. We are partnering with the City of Brownsville to use their site that's already open so that Harlingen residents can go there and be tested. And you'll see more information about this on our website, so please go there. Testing is limited throughout the United States. We hope that they'll become more available, but this is an important step that our City Commission has taken to increase the availability of testing to the residents of the City of Harlingen. Finally, again, just to say thank you to everybody out there for doing your part, for staying home, for physical distancing, for wearing a mask. Thank you to all those great first responders, our grocers, our healthcare workers who work in night and day to keep us healthy and safe, and to all of our city employees who work for you 24/7 to make sure that you're safe throughout this entire ordeal. Thank you all. We'll get through it together. We'll get through it Harlingen strong. So keep up with us here next week and stay healthy.